Neodymium's next to promethium, then 62 samarium, europium, gadolinium, ytterbium, dysprosium, holmium, erbium, thulium, ytterbium, lutetium, hafnium, tantalum, tungsten, then we're on to rhenium, osmium, and iridium, platinum, gold to make you rich till you grow old, mercury to tell you when it's really cold, thallium, and lead the bismuth for your tummy, polonium, astatine would not be yummy, radar, and cesium will last a little time, radium, then actinize at 89. This is the periodic table, noble gases stable, halogens and alkali react aggressively. Each period will see new outer shells, while the electrons are to the right. Actinium, thorium, protactinium, uranium, neptunium, plutonium, americium, curium, berkelium, californium, titanium, chromium, indolium, nobelium, lawrencium, rutherfordium, wm, spherium, borium, hesium, meitnerium, neptunium, mercurium, copernicium, nihonium, flerovium, moscovium, livermorium, tennessine, and organesson, and then we're done. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like the song, make sure you check it out on iTunes and Bandcamp with the link below.
If you think you'd enjoy other videos like this, make sure you subscribe to our channel, and we'll put some of our recent videos.
And now, ASAP Science presents 100 digits of pi. 3.14159, this is pi, followed by 2653589, circumference over diameter 79, then 323, OMG, can't you see? 8462643, and now we're on S3. 38 and 32, and now we're blue, oh who knew? 7,950, and then a 2. 88 and 41, so much fun, now we're on 97169399351. Halfway done. 58 now, don't be late. 209, where's the wine? 74, it's on the 4, then 94459. 230, we gotta go. 78, we can't wait. 1640628, we're almost near the end, keep going. 62, we're getting through. 089, 9 and 10, 862, 804, there's only a few more. 82, then 53, 42, 11, 7, oh, and 67. We're done. Was that fun? Learning random digits so that you can write to your friends. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to get the song, we'll put links for iTunes and anywhere else in the description that you can check out.
Study it, brag to your friends, okay? And make sure you subscribe to this channel for new science weekly videos every Thursday, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.
Is an animal that burrows in the ground, or a spot on your chin that you gotta shave around. But there's another kind of mole of interest to me. That's the kind of mole they use in chemistry. A mole is a unit, or have you heard, containing 6 times 10 to the 23rd. That's a 6 with 23 zeros at the end. Much too big a number to comprehend. Now say you had a mole of pennies to distribute round the world. Give to each of the 5 billion grown-ups, boys and girls. There wouldn't be a single soul down and out of luck, 'cause everybody in the world would get $1 trillion. Or say you had a mole of paper and stacked it toward the sky. Paper's awful thin, but that pile would get so high, you'd reach up into outer space. In fact, I think you'd find it'd go up to the moon and back 80 billion times. And a mole is a unit, or have you heard, containing 6 times 10 to the 23rd. That's a 6 with 23 zeros at the end. Much too big a number to comprehend. Now suppose a mold of marshmallows fell upon the planet. Over each square inch of land and sea, you think that you could stand it? That layer would be 12 miles high and, of course, block out the sun. We're talking close to 5 million trillion tons. Well, maybe we could save ourselves if we all started eating one marshmallow each second. Not two, because that'd be cheating. With 5 billion people munching, how long you think it'd take? 40 million years, and that's without a bathroom break. And a mole is a unit, or have you heard, containing 6 times 10 to the 23rd. That's a 6 with 23 zeros at the end. Much too big a number to comprehend. But say you had a mole of atoms, would the pile be immense? Should I say the answer now or leave you in suspense? Well, atoms are so very, very small, you understand. You can hold a mole of atoms in the palm of your hand. So shake a little sugar in the middle of your palm. Now you don't want to spill it, so try and stay calm. You hardly can imagine and barely realize there are more atoms in that sugar than stars up in the sky. And the mole is a unit, or have you heard, containing 6 times 10 to the 23rd. That's a 6 with 23 zeros at the end. Much too big a number to comprehend.
And now, ASAP Science presents the elements of the periodic table.
There's hydrogen and helium, then lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon everywhere, nitrogen all through the air, oxygen so you can breathe, and fluorine for your pretty teeth, neon to light up the sign, sodium for salty times,
Magnesium,
aluminium, silicon,
phosphorus,
then sulfur, chlorine, and argon,
potassium,
and calcium so you'll grow strong,
scandium,
titanium, vanadium, and chromium, and manganese. This is the periodic table, noble gases stable, halogens and alkali react aggressively. Each period will see new outer shells will electrons are added, moving to the right. Iron is the 26th, then cobalt, nickel coins you get, copper, zinc, and gallium, germanium, and arsenic, selenium, and rhodium. Well, krypton helps light up your room, rubidium, and strontium, then yttrium, zirconium,
niobium,
molybdenum, technetium,
ruthenium,
rhodium, palladium,
silverware,
then cadmium and indium,
tin cans,
antimony, then tellurium, and iodine, and xenon, and then cesium, and barium is 56, and this is where the table splits, where lanthanides have just begun, lanthanum, cerium, and praseodymium. Neodymium's next to promethium, then 62, samarium, europium, gadolinium, and terbium, dysprosium, holmium, erbium, thulium, ytterbium, lutetium, hafnium, tantalum, tungsten, then we're on to rhenium, osmium, and iridium, platinum, gold to make you rich till you grow old, mercury to tell you when it's really cold, thallium, and lead that is made for your tummy, polonium, astatine would not be yummy, radar, francium will last a little time, radium, then actinides at 89. This is the periodic table, noble gases stable, halogens and alkali react aggressively. Each period will see new outer shells will electrons are to the right. Actinium, thorium, protactinium, uranium, neptunium, plutonium, americium, curium, berkelium, californium, titanium, fermium, gadolinium, nobelium, lawrencium, rutherfordium, wdium, strontium, borium, hesium, meitnerium, neptunium, mercurium, copernicium, nihonium, flerovium, moscovium, livermorium, tennessine, and organesson, and then we're done.
Let's see here. Hopefully things are working. However, I'm not quite sure. Because on my end, things are still looking like that. Okay. Hey, there we go. Now, can you hear me is the question. Hmm. Okay, so you might be wondering, what is all of this stuff about? Well, today is my birthday, so, there's obviously that. Um, and also, oh, hey there, Kersplat. You see this thing right here? Well, I've been working on it for a while. Um, I have been graphing the periodic table of elements in Desmos, the graphing calculator. So, my plan for today is that I will be finishing that along with answering questions that you have. Thank you, Harold. Um, so yeah, I'm going to just, you know, finish this up. Yes, it is all graphed, including every single letter and all the colors, and I only have 3 elements left. So, yeah. See, I would have already had it done, but I decided I wanted to finish it on my birthday. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna wait until I have the first question be asked, and then I will start answering that while I work on it, because, yeah. So go ahead and start asking questions. I'll just real quickly grab a drink of water, which I actually have near me, so it's less of grabbing, more of just having a drink of water. But hey, eh. And also, please let me know if the stream health decides to be terrible. And also let me know if you can hear me, because I'm not sure if you can. Hmm. How long is one of my topical live stream? Does it help? Okay, so Harold, I'm gonna need some more specifications as to what you mean. Was it held back for like months? Like my fisherman. Yeah, okay, so I started this like middle of December. I would have had it done before New Year's, but I decided I was gonna wait because it kind of was a bit boring. So I was like, hey, how about I learn how to do even more stuff on a graphing calculator and then use all of that. Um, I'm a bit confused as to what I'm saying. Sorry. Um, so yeah, I'd say I've held it off for around 3 months. Um, oh, okay, biker splat. Anyway, looks like the next element that I need to do is livermorium. So if I can get a question that'll take a long time to answer, that would be great. In the meantime, I guess I could check my stream health. Hey, it's still doing fine. Okay. So yeah, you might notice here there are a few graphs. Well, what you might not realize is that, yeah, there's a lot more than a few. These are all the colors which I have set as the last ones. So the final graph is graph number 630, because I've already laid out all of the graph, or all of the spaces I need for the rest of the table. So, you know, um, What games do I like to play? Okay, well, I suppose I can stretch that question out quite a bit while I do stuff. Okay, so most of you will already know I adore Splatoon. Like, if I'm not playing Splatoon, well then I'm playing some other game, obviously. But yeah, Splatoon is like one of my most favorite games of all time. So, but then other than that, I also play Mario, just like any Mario game, because Mario was actually the first game I ever played. Um, yeah, I played it with my parents. Um, and it basically introduced them to gaming. Hold on, what's wrong with this here? And then oh wait, that's fine. And then after that, um, I also play the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'm starting to get back into Minecraft. I played Roblox for a while. I hadn't time. Oh my, I love that game. I mean, it's like take all of the good stuff about Mario and then add in a whole bunch of the stuff from other platformers, most of which I've never played. And there you go, you have a Hat in Time, but it also adds in its own stuff, and it's amazing. What other games do I play? I play Tetris 99 occasionally. I'm currently completing Champions Road on Super Mario Party because it's a fun game and I want to finish it. I have unlocked 2 of the additional fighters. Um, and then that's, I mean, that's just about, oh, Ultimate Chicken Horse, of course. But other than that, that's just about it for games I play. Um, anyway, this is a new letter. Never had to do a lowercase v. I mean, let's see, it looks like the best route would be to take this little part here from the Y and just like move it over there. So, okay, stream health is still good. Sorry about that. Okay, so, oh, okay, bye, Harold. Could I get another question that I could answer while I work on the graph? Because that would be amazing. Hold on. I should actually make this a lot easier on myself. And just like pull up the chat on my other device so as to just access it without having to pull up this window here. Ah, hello, Nathan. Glad you could make it. Currently I'm waiting for another question while I copy things over to put in and also pull up the chat in a different device. So if you could ask a question, that would be great. And also, please tell me if my audio is too quiet or anything, because, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to want to move this to -1 and actually might actually work. No, it's gonna have to be, no, because that's gonna move it down. Might have to have it be like 0.7, maybe. That's gonna be a slightly tricky one. How many numbers do I know of? Pi? Ha ha ha. Sure, Nathan. Okay. What was the hardest element to graph? Let's see. Definitely samarium right here. So you can probably tell. Just by how it looks, the S I had to shrink up a whole bunch in order to actually fit it into the same space because the letter M, the lowercase letter M, such I hate it, but hey, I figured it out. You'll notice that anything with the letter M, the letter before it is squished. So, that's a bit of the reason why it was the hardest. However, okay, so bit of clearing up. Praseodymium here was actually the first one with the letter M. However, because of the shape of the letter P, the M did not affect it. So samarium was the first one that I actually had to deal with the letter M. After that, I figured out the rough scale that things had to be put to in order to fit in. So yeah. Okay, and then yeah, that was probably a bit confusing. So then the next question that was asked was how many numbers of pi do I know? I mean, sequentially I know 80 of them. However, I know more that are after that. I just can't quite remember certain ones that are in between them, and it makes it a bit tough. So, yeah. Hi, Abisaurus. And I do not agree with you. So, demonstrate it. Demonstrate the scaling thing. Well, I mean, I can show you here. You'll notice right here, the X value is at a 0.75, where typically in the letter S, I have it set to a 1.3. So, oh, pi. Also, wrong spelling of pi. Yeesh. Nathan. Should be P-I, not P-I-E. Okay? Anyway, oh boy. It's been a while since I've had to actually say it out loud. Okay, 3.1415926538979323846 wait. No. 3.141592653. Okay, guess I don't know 80 sequentially. Gonna have to refresh on that. See, I'm just gonna blame this song right here. Because of how it's set up, it has breaks in between the sequences that I'm used to. So for instance, in the song, it'll be let's see. It'll do the first 7 of the 7, or here. I suppose I could just show it.
Manage anything with Monday.com, even a controversial.
I don't care about you, add. Alright, so basically, right here, it'll do the 3589, and what I'm used to is 8979 because that's what it is. However, right here, instead of doing that, it'll go 3589 circumference over diameter, and then cut to the 79. And so I'm not used to the sequence, but I've been trying to memorize it via this so that I can try to get to 100. So, yeah, that is part of the reason why I was not able to do it just then, but hey. Wait, if I make this an 875, then it'll probably go all the way down to there. Okay. And then I should just make this be a 0.5 and then move things over. No. This was the wrong way around. This instead should be the 0.5 and not that. Okay. Check to see if that's what it needed. There we go. It did. Okay, cool. Then let's see, 14, 16, 17. Come on, load, please. So you might notice how slowly it's loading. Yeah, that's because of how much I've had to put into this graph in order for it to have all the letters. So now that that is in its rough place, which I'm actually going to change to 16.5 and see how that works, I change it to black in order to signify that that part of it is done. So if it's already black, then I'm just like, hey, too bad. Doesn't look like that was right. 7, 5. Now test it. Yeah, that's like pretty spot on. And just copy this one now and put it on over here. Subtract that. Could I get some more questions, please? I mean, after all, this is a Q&A. So okay. 17. No, okay, I might have to go to like 24. Maybe. Okay, 24 is a bit too much. Let's try 22. Ooh, favorite assignment from Wellman. Huh. I almost want to say the Cubus Mysterium because it's the first instance in the school curriculum in which we actually get to study something that is unknown, which, at least for me, considering that I'm having a side job being a quantum theorist, that fact that it is something that is unknown to anyone really appealed to how I was gonna do things, thus making it to where I kind of want to say that it was my favorite, but at the same time, because of how it was set up, I also feel like it was the worst because, well, you know. And as for the other people who are here who have absolutely no idea what I was just talking about, basically, the Cubist Mysterium was this thing that our chemistry teacher set up for us to do an investigation on, to where um, we would be trying to figure out what is on the inside of a box. The box was called the Cubist Mysterium. We had 4 inputs at the top and 4 outputs at the bottom, and other than that, we knew nothing. So we basically just had to figure everything out for ourselves and then write a report on it. And yes, Nathan, side job as quantum theorist. The main thing I want to be is a inventor. I have since I was 5. So, you know, however, the field of quantum mechanics is just so fascinating to me and actually might pertain to some of the stuff that I would invent. Um, well, I mean, it depends on your discoveries. If you barely discover anything, you don't get paid at all. However, if you have many revolutions in the field, then, you know, A, you're famous, B, you get a lot of money. So then, yeah. And then, yeah, a lot of my jobs really depend on how well I do. Because, like, for an inventor, if you aren't doing like the absolute best ever. Oh, so are you not talking right now? Or hold on, did the stream stop working? I am talking. Hello, hello. Yeah, according to OBS, it's still working. Did my audio cut out for some reason on the stream? I'm not sure what happened there. Anyway. See, anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so like for instance, being an inventor, I have to make sure that my inventions work, and if they don't, well, then it's not gonna work at all. And I'm back. Okay. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea what was with an audio cutout of whatever kind. I also don't know why this is deciding to be dumb. Alright. Anyway, any other questions that I could answer? Oh wait, that wasn't even the nearest one. Yeah. Let's get rid of that and instead go for this one. Because this one's actually positive. Yeah, please send me more questions so I can answer them because that is one whole half of the entire thing. So I suppose I could just like answer random stuff that comes to my mind for now. While people type in questions. But hey, real quick, we are down to the last element on my graph. Hey, Slothmaster, what are you working on screen? Okay, so this here is the periodic table, as you can probably tell. However, I am graphing it entirely through Desmos, the graphing calculator. So you'll notice every single thing here is a graph that I have added, um, yeah, that I have added parameters to in order to keep it within a certain field. In fact, I have slowly been changing things throughout the year based off of new things that I've learned. Like, for instance, in pre-calculus recently, we learned about, if I can actually click on it, oh yeah, I forgot, I can't. We learned about parametrics. So then I decided I was going to change the carbon here to a parametric instead of two different graphs. It doesn't quite look as good though, which is why I only changed this one and then left the rest as how they already were, which was one graph here with a with parameters that left it to where there was no middle part here, and another one here to close up that gap. And good job, Dawson, because you came in at the perfect time. We are about to go into the final element that has been discovered, and my favorite of all of the elements, Oganesson. Anyway, time for random facts, because no one's asking questions. I happen to know the exact half-life of Oganesson and what its most stable isotope is. So are you ready for this? Oganesson 294 has a half-life of 0.98 milliseconds. Okay. What comes once in a minute, twice in a moment, but never in 1,000 years? Let's see. Once in a minute, twice in a moment, but never in 1,000 years. Hmm. Hmm. Ooh. Let's see. While I think about Nathan's riddle, it's less of a question, more of a riddle, but hey, still a question. I will answer the other questions. What's the most nerdy, sciency thing I know? I think I just told you. Oganesson's half-life and most stable isotope. And then the exact same answer applies to Slothmaster. However, for your question, Dawson, there's actually a tiny bit more, considering that I was memorizing the periodic table of elements. Oganesson was the last element I had to memorize, so once I had memorized it, I felt really accomplished, thus stabilizing it as my most favorite, and then I decided to look up its half-life. And then the longest word I know, oh boy. Why did you ask that? You don't even realize I literally know the longest word in the dictionary. Pneumano ultramicroscopic silicon volcanoconiosis. What does it mean? It means it is a condition caused by the inhalation of volcanic ash. How do I know it? Because I was in a dictionary that we got in 5th grade. Yes, I agree with Nathan. Dawson, when is your next video? Probably in 2 days. Cool. And by the way, would you think about collabing with my alternate account, Periodic Gaming? Oh boy, this is a Q&A, but now I'm asking the questions. What happens now? Today, but my voice was kind of dead. So you skipped school to record a video? Yeesh, Dawson. I bet you weren't wearing pants, you were wearing shorts, weren't you? And by the way, guys, this right here should be the final graph I need to do. However, this shouldn't be 8, this should be 9. That's why it's not working. Oh boy. Why do I have 2 accounts? Well, because I was like, hey, instead of having one account where I do gaming and theories, it instead should be one account where I do gaming videos and then another video or another channel where I do theories because hey, what would this crossover be about? I'd probably play Minecraft with him and show him how much of a noob he is because I still have Minecraft on this computer, so you know. Plus, I made my own skin. What about you, Sloth Master? Did you make your own skin? Ah, don't want it to be 90. Yeesh. Okay. Do that, and now go on over here, and this should be the very, no, this should be the very last thing I needed to do to finish it up. I think. Well, I just gotta wait for it to actually load in. Hey, look at that. Oh boy. That is the entire table complete. We did it, guys. Why wouldn't want to see that? I literally have 0 graphic design skills. What do you mean? I said play Minecraft. Oh wait, for the skin. Duh. I'm dumb. Okay, cool. So, there we have it. The entire periodic table of elements. If you need an editor, I can help. Oh, don't worry. I already have my own editing software. And I also use it to record. I have a whole bunch of tricks that I use. So that would be more directed at Sloth Master there. Anyway, is there anything else that I should graph now? Because I finished this. I could show you my graph of a carbon atom real quick. I'm actually might be planning to do every atom. Okay, so it's a bit hard to see here, but I have a whole bunch of electrons flying around. If I real quickly change this, they're within a parametric. Currently, they go in a set pattern. However, if I were to activate these sliders here, then it becomes increasingly more random. This here helps to signify the jump in the electric field, making it to where it's like going to a different quote unquote energy level. you know, every once in a while it'll just kind of teleport. But yeah, I'm actually kind of planning to do this for every element a bit. However, I probably won't do that because it would be way too tough. And then I've got my giant spiral here. And oh boy, you might notice here 100 element list. Yeah, don't mind me. Just let me scroll on out. R equals theta plus A because, yeah. Now we just gotta wait for it to finish scrolling out, and yeah. Go ahead and ask me more questions. I'm gonna keep streaming until, I'd say probably 10:15 or so. So, okay, I think you guys get it. It's literally just a giant spiral that I graphed. And please tell me something else I should graph, because I don't know what else to do. There are a few things that I was considering doing, like for instance, adding all of the atomic number. Oh yeah, forgot, I'm still working on that riddle. Once in a minute, twice in a moment, but never in 1,000 years. Once in a moment. Or no, once in a minute, twice in a moment, never in 1,000 years. What comes twice in a minute? Never in a... For a minute I was thinking, oh my, of course it is. Duh. Oh my. See, I was thinking like... Oh boy, I was trying to have it be some math problem or science thing. It's because I'm starting to get tired, meaning my brain is going into hyperactivity mode. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. It has a head, a tail, it's brown, it has no legs. Shoot, I've heard this one before. A penny. Yeah. See, I've heard a whole bunch of riddles because I get bored and then I look up riddles. Or I go into my extreme dot to dot book and work on something in there. Speaking of my extreme dot to dot book, is that it right here? Shoot, no, it's not. What room do ghosts avoid? This one I haven't heard. What room do ghosts avoid? In the meantime, what is this giant formula that you wrote up here while I think about this? Ah, the living room. Duh. Okay. Anyway, Nathan, what is this formula that you wrote up here? Let's see it. Let's see. Left. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish by putting left there. Hold on. Mm, right. How many people are even still in this? 3. Okay. This isn't my lowest viewer count. I had a whole stream where half of it was 0 viewers, the other half was 1, so plus Q sign. Yeah, what's with this left and right stuff that you did here? It must be for some other thing, because they don't do anything in Desmos. Anyway, yeah, please tell me something to graph because I'm bored. Suppose I could always. I don't know. Let me take a quick drink of water and then I'll be right back, okay? Okay, I'm back. Ugh. So, yeah, anything else? Because if not, I might just have to end the stream here and just listen to some extremely nerdy songs. I might just put them on while you guys are thinking anyway.
323 OMG, can't you see? 8462643, and now we're on S3. 38 and 32, and now we're blue. Oh, who knew? 7,950, and then a 2. 88 and 41, so much fun. Now we're on 9716939 and 3751. Don't be late. 209, where's the wine? 74, it's on the 4th, the 9 for more by mine. 230, we gotta go. 78, we can't wait. 164, 68, we're almost there. 88, keep going. 62, we're getting through. 89, 120, 82, we're looking for. There's only a few more. 82, then 43, 42, 11, 7, oh, it's 67. We're done. Just have fun. Learn random digits so that you can write to your friends. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to get the song, we'll put links for iTunes and anywhere else.
Is an animal that burrows in the ground or a spot on your chin that
You might recognize this from Wellman's class.
kind of mole of interest to me. That's the kind of mole they use in chemistry.
Mole is a unit, or have you heard, containing 6 times 10 to the 23rd? That's 6 With 23 zeros at the end, much too big a number to comprehend. And while a penny is due, distribute around the world to each of them. Oh. Moon and back 80 billion times. Because at the end, much too big a number to comprehend. That's high. And of course, block out the sun. Close to 5 million trillion tons. Now I'll turn this one off. Yeah. See, I just like make a random graphs and just are like, hey, guess this works. So let's see. Seriously, please tell me some more stuff to graph. Guess I will be ending the stream at 45. Because, yeah, no one is asking. You should graph the lines of this song. Okay. I mean, right over here I have the entire font made. You know what? That will be the next thing I make. Let's see. And I'll make the other things. Let's see. Mole song lyrics. And then the other two graphs that I make will be one of the periodic table of elements song lyrics and one of the Pi song lyrics. Table. Lyrics.
No, I'm not gonna get a date in this.
We had a lot of great dates in this car.
No.
And then finally, I have absolutely no idea what that ad was about, but hey. Song lyrics. There we go. So you can breathe them flowing for your pretty teeth, neon to light up the sign, sodium for salty times. Aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, and sulfur, chlorine, and turcon, potassium, and calcium, so you're both strong. Scandium, titanium, vanadium, and chromium, and manganese. This is the periodic table and the progressive table. Hey, I forgot I was trying to do that. Each period will see new outer shells with electrons are moving to the right. Iron is the 26 and copper, nickel, quincy, gay, copper, gallium, germanium, arsen, selenium, purple helps light up uranium, rubidium, and strontium, silicium, zirconium, niobium, molybdenum, technetium, ruthenium, rhodium, palladium, silverware, then cadmium and indium, tin cans, antimony, then tellurium, and iodine, xenon, and cesium, and barium is 56, and this is where the table splits. Well, lanthanides have just begun. Lanthanum, cerium, and praseodymium. Wait, where'd the lowercase letters go? Seriously, what happened to them? Calligraph. No, that wasn't it. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. Calligrapher. Calligrapher. Yeah, that was it. You're probably all wondering what I'm doing. Nihonium, Flerovium, Moscovium, Livermorium, Tennessean, Organoson, and then we're done. Excuse me, where is it? Oh yeah, that's right. I only have it on this. Okay, fine. Well, hey. Wish I could show you what I'm talking about, but hey. Yeah, so like right here, yes, right here, you will notice that I have all of the capital letters. I thought I had all the lowercase letters here, but apparently not. I was looking for the font that I created, but then I remembered I only have that on my school laptop, not my personal one. So, like, you know, I suppose I could send it to myself, but hey. Yeah. So yeah, I basically, in the middle of graphing the periodic table, took all of the capital letters and added them into this so that I had everything set up. So I was basically going back to the website in which I had created the font, but apparently it was like, hey, we're not gonna let you access it on different devices. So yeah, it was like, hey, thanks for trying to help us, but we're not going to allow you to. Anyway, yeah. So, let's see. Okay, here is this. Let's real quickly pause it, go into settings, and turn on subtitles so that we can see all of the lyrics for it. Or spot on your chin, but you gotta shave around. Okay. This is purely research, okay? Also, no, that did not say that. It said chemistry. 6 with 23 zeros at the end. Much too big a number to comprehend. Sure, much too big a number to calm. Get a trillion books. Let's see. Individual parabolas or line. Okay. Okay. So I actually have them organized by letter here. It's like basically I would graph a line or parabola, and I would add things to make it to where it would only go within a certain domain. So it's basically both. However, each letter is multiple graphs. So, like for instance, A is 3, B is 3, C is 2, D is 2, E is 4, one for each line, F is 3, G is 3, the 2 for the C and the 1 for the line on the G. And then, continues on, each one with its certain amount. So, M obviously has 4 because there are 4 lines. N has 3. O is the easiest. It's literally just an ellipse. Yeah, something you might realize throughout this entire thing is basically all of the letters have this letter B set within the Y part of it. That B, if you were paying attention up here, is 4/3, and the reason why it is that is because when I was making the graph here, each box I decided I was going to make it be 4/3 tall. It's like, for instance, you'll realize these go to a certain amount, and these are all the X ones. As soon as we hop on over to the, here, this will be faster. As soon as we hop on over to Y, they're like 5B, and that's going to be right up there above the hydrogen. And then, yeah. And I was like, hey, in the actual thing, it's not a square. So I'm going to make it a rectangle. And then in order to keep things consistent and not have to figure out, oh, well, this times 4/3 is whatever, I decided I was going to just include the letter B into all of the equations to have a standard height. Unfortunately, it means that if you were to try to take it anywhere else, it's not really going to work. Speaking of which, I'm actually going to move this B move this B to the top so that it's not just like resting kind of in the middle of things. It'll make it to where it can load things slightly faster, which, by the way, I realized I haven't shown you the most satisfying thing about this graph, which is only ruined by a few here that you'll see why. Are you ready? I simply reload the graph, and you get to watch it. Just a second. Come on, Desmos, please load. There you go. You get to watch it fill in every single letter. Except these over here are out of order because I did them out of order. I was like, hey, this one over here is going to be easier if I do it now so that I can copy certain parts on over to a different part. I rearranged some, but not all. Sorry for yawning. But hey, no one's asking any questions. I finished my graph. Except I'm gonna real quickly slightly move this over. So I'm thinking I'm gonna end the stream around now, because at least according to my clock, it is now officially 9:45. So yeah, that would be a 1 hour long stream. And hey, I feel that is a pretty decent stream. So, please tell me how it was. I know resolution is kind of low, but hey, that is something that I will have to fix a different time. But yeah, Dawson, I will try to get in touch with you for our live stream at some point. Or not live stream. for our collaboration at some point. But yeah. So I hope you have a day. Have a day. Yes, have a day. Just one. I hope you have a good day, and remember to always science periodically. Bye.